And now I am going to teach you something about cell. All of you have studied cell in your previous classes. Today we shall try to understand what are the various parts of the cell. These small parts which are inside the cell are called organelles. I will repeat, they are called organelles, organelles. They are very important ones. They do independent work. A animal cell, if you want to draw, I will show you how you can draw it. First you draw the outline in any shape in your book, and then this is the outline. So this is the type of thing you have to write in the outside. So this outer part is normally called cell membrane. Yes, it's called cell membrane. You must know how to remember these things. And once you write the cell membrane, then you have to go to the central part of the cell, and there you can call it as a nucleus. And this central part is called the nucleus. I am also showing you how you can label the parts of the cell, because it is important to know how to label the parts also. Now this cell membrane also has a second layer, and that second layer is just inside the cell membrane, and this is present in all the animal cells. That means animal cell membrane is double layered, and this membrane is sometimes called plasma membrane. It's called plasma membrane. Okay, and then we will go to the nucleus. Nucleus also has small structure where one of the layer will be small openings are there like this, and these small openings, what you see, are called the nuclear pore. They are called nuclear pore. Nuclear pore. And nucleus also has this membrane, and that membrane is called nuclear membrane. Nuclear membrane. Membrane. I hope you understand that. So when you write a cell, first thing is you write a outer membrane called the cell membrane, make it two layered, and then in the center you write a small structure called the nucleus, and nucleus has an outer membrane called nuclear membrane, and it has another membrane called nuclear pore, and the entire structure is called the nucleus. Now from the nucleus, from the nucleus, you start saying that there is one more part called the endoplasmic reticulum. It starts from here. It's almost like a canal-like structure. It runs through almost like canal-like structure. It runs through this membrane, and it goes all the way towards the cell membrane. It goes like this all the way. It's almost like canal. This particular structure, what I am writing, is called the endoplasmic reticulum, and this endoplasmic reticulum is useful in the cell for transportation of material. So this material, what I am writing here, is called endoplasmic reticulum. You call it endoplasmic reticulum. It's called reticulum. And this endoplasmic reticulum is very important. It is seen all over the cell. I have written only one part of it. Then some of the endoplasmic reticulum that we can see inside here, they are little separated from the main membrane, and these structures have small structures on the top of it, all over the endoplasmic reticulum, and such small structures are called ribosomes. They are called ribosomes. Ribosomes. The endoplasmic reticulum without any ribosomes is called smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Sometimes it is called smooth endoplasmic reticulum. That is the short form of it. And this structure with this endoplasmic reticulum, which is called ER sometimes, and that is got ribosomes, and that is known as a rough endoplasmic reticulum. So there are two types of reticulum in almost every cell of the animal cell. And then we also have some small structures all over the cell, and they look like a spindle-like structure, and they also have two membranes, and these structures which we am writing now is called spread all over the cell. Every cell has got these small structures, and these small structures are now called the mitochondrion. Mitochondria. Mitochondria is singular, mitochondrion is singular, mitochondria is plural, mitochondrion. This mitochondrion is specially useful in producing a large amount of energy for the cells. Therefore, this is called the powerhouse of the cell. Understand? Powerhouse of the cell. And now we will try to just go inside the nucleus. Inside the nucleus, there is a small there will be a small structure spread all over. It is all a thing called a genetic material, and this material, which I am writing here, is known as the chromatin. It's called chromatin. Chromatin. This is made up of DNA. We will explain to you DNA what later on. So this is the genetic material. It gives all the characteristics to all the animals. Now also in the nucleus you find a small structure inside like a ball, and that is sometimes known as nucleolus. Nucleolus, right? Nucleolus. The entire thing inside is filled with a liquid inside the ring. That liquid is called nucleoplasm. Nucleoplasm. Plasm refers to liquid. You understand? And the same way, the inner structure, the inner side of the cell, that is from cell membrane to nucleus, the entire thing is filled with a liquid-like structure, and that liquid-like structure, all over it is all over, everywhere you find that kind of a material, and that is almost like a liquid-like structure, and that liquid-like structure is called cytoplasm. Cytoplasm. As I told you earlier, any liquid-like structure is called the plasma. It's called cyto means cell, cytoplasm. So in addition to these things, there will be small structures in the cell here and there, and these small structures look like a small bag, and this bag-like structure is filled with some liquid, and this structure is called lysosome. Lysosome. We will try to understand the function of these things at a later stage, but at the moment it's called lysosome. And now I have just written a few parts of the cell which are very important for you to remember. Let us see how many parts are there. Let's say one is cell membrane, plasma membrane, mitochondrion, cytoplasm, nuclear membrane, nucleus, chromatin, nucleopore, nucleolus, nucleoplasm, that's number 10 here, and 11th one is lysosome, then endoplasmic is the 12th one, and then this is the 13th one. So we can also write some more structures there called small tubule-like structures are there. They are called microtubules. They are called microtubules. We will tell them what is their function later on. Microtubules. These microtubules are important for a cell also. This will be the 14th one. And somewhere in the center there will also be a small structure, that will take in different activities. Sometimes it is like a small structure. Sometimes it may look like a star, like something like this. And this particular structure is seen in all the animal cells, and that is called centrosome. It's called centrosome. Centrosome is also very important to a cell. We shall know the function at a later stage. That means it becomes the 15th part. So now I have shown you how an animal cell should be. This kind of diagram, what you write, is sometimes called a generalized, generalized, generalized animal cell. Generalized animal cell, or sometimes called a typical cell. This in the examination they will ask you a question, write a diagram of a cell and label the parts. So you should be able to label at least about 15 parts. Okay, you understand this one? In the next class we shall try to understand and know the functions of all the various parts of the cell membrane. Thank you.